What's up, guys? Welcome to RFR. Time to go check on the cars. Wait a minute. This isn't my garage. Oh shit, better hit the emergency go to my garage button. Wait a minute. I don't have a garage. Oh, fuck. Sorry guys, I just travel way too much for work. It's insane. I've literally been home only on the weekends this entire month. So hopefully things start to normalize here after the holidays. Headed back to Pep Boys, got a couple things I want to pick up. This isn't just gonna be like a running around vlog where I just go shopping at Pep Boys every time. It kind of landed that way for 2 videos. So let me just jump right into it. The car community. Now I understand by the title, it's a little unnerving. And with me trying to talk about this and act like I know what I'm talking about with the whole car community. And as it goes with YouTube, if you don't adapt and overcome and change with the times, things don't turn out too well for anyone's channel. So I hope you guys can understand that. I mean, it's a very... You gotta be kidding me. Hey, Jimmy! Jimmy! What? Hey, you know the RFRacing guy? He thinks he knows shit about YouTube. Man, fuck him. Yeah, fuck him. I know, I'm sorry. It's just... I've only been around for a couple weeks, yes, but the point is I've seen this happen countless times on YouTube since 2008, since I started watching. Back with Call of Duty and Machinima, I know that the cross-platform doesn't really like mix too well with the car community and Call of Duty and video games and these drama channels. I put like funny little skits in my videos where there's like a little break with like a funny thing that happens or something stupid. They're just like stupid slapstick comedy. And I get a couple comments that are like, oh, that's stupid, why are you putting this in? You don't really get it. So I understand that you're not going to understand my analogy for how Call of Duty, where back in like 2009 with Machinima, Next Gen Tactics, a few people are, and they're going to understand, where it was like Only Be Blade, there was a bunch of other ones, Sark, Hutch, Sea Nanners, they're still doing well, but some aren't. Like, Only Be Blade is now an alcoholic and not doing too well. And it's sad because they didn't adapt, and they didn't move on to what PewDiePie did and all those other face cam guys. That was the next thing you had to do, and now that's on its way out. So it's a very, very niche thing where you have to always revamp your thing, because everyone came out after the Call of Duty guys, and now it's like Markiplier and all those other weird like people color their hair whenever they're gaming. And the point is here is the Call of Duty community, at least in this sense, where it's like the car vlogging is very new. It's a young genre. Now, Super Speeders has been around for as long as I can remember on YouTube, but with like this whole thing where it's like holding my GoPro, going to car events, talking and like updating my mods, hasn't been like in the mainstream. It's been around, but hasn't been in the mainstream for nearly as long as these other genres on YouTube have been. So I love sitting at red lights whenever I'm vlogging because everyone just looks at me and it's super awesome. I guess what I'm trying to say is these new car channels, it's scary because that might end up happening again with how it was for Call of Duty channels and all these other channels on YouTube. And it's sad because I don't see much change. I don't know what to tell them what to do because, and I'm sure that other people can relate as well, it's just I don't see the change in the car community. It's the same thing with a lot of these guys. I'm not throwing shade on anyone. It's just I don't know if it's gonna have the legs to carry these guys through another 2-3 years. And I might be totally wrong, but it's happened on YouTube before, and it's happened on way more successful channels than any of these car YouTubers. But in the end, it might totally have the legs because I like seeing like Andy grow from Jesus Christ. This reminds me, I actually have to show you the set of tires I have on the Nissan Xterra. I didn't quite have what I needed in there. I'm looking for a like aux beam wiring harness. Obviously not like specifically that brand. It doesn't have to be with aux beam, because I heard that ordering them online and from them, it's not a good wiring harness. So I'm looking for something in here that's already set up with a relay, should be good to go, because clearly I can't make my own. I'm just not, I'm not manly enough. But the stuff they had at Pep Boys was just like utter crap, so we're gonna go over here to AutoZone and see what they have. I'm telling you, man, it's like the gauntlet of auto parts stores. It's pretty sad you start judging how good a product is off the price. So I think with this, we may solve all of our problems we're having with the light bar. The only thing that we may still have issues with is the grounding, but that's easy. You guys suggested just to sand down the paint a little bit, make better spots for grounds. I've also had people say that I don't need grounds, so it's no one's on the same page here with helping me out. But it seems relay and better grounds is like the main answer that I've been getting. Also, now I'm faced with more of a bigger issue than some stupid little light bar on the Xterra. I work in the clean air field, which is with compounding medicine and in clean rooms, hospitals, any lab or facility where they need clean air. And I was at Hershey Medical Center, which is around my local area, the local hospital, and was doing a decontamination of it's called a biological safety cabinet. It's where they compound drugs or do testing or anything where they just need clean air. Anyway, I believe I left my entire key ring with all my stuff because the hospital was having a fire drill while I was in there working, and I didn't realize it until I got back to the shop, and I'm just like, oh my God. So I lost my key, which was the only copy because that's the only key that the dealership gave me. The little fob which came to it, which I think only cost like 15 bucks to replace that. My automatic start, little remote. I have no idea how to program or go about buying another one of those. House key, both keys to the place I work at. So pretty much everything I own was like to anything I could open. Like my gun, to the gun safe I have is all on that. And I do have duplicates of all those keys except for my truck key. So it's like a very, like I was talking to my buddy, it was like, how am I going to replace this? He's like, oh, dude, it costs like 50 bucks for them to replace it for you. Like it has a little transponder, which is a little expensive, but that was my only key. So God only knows how much it's going to cost. If anyone has any advice on how I should go about doing this, because I know it's going to be extremely expensive for them to make a new key for the truck, and it's just sitting over at where I work, like in the parking lot. My boss is like, hey, we're trying to plow the snow out of the lot and your truck's just sitting there. So hopefully something gets worked out. If you guys have any advice, that'd be great. I really appreciate it on helping me out with that. Speaking of trucks, my childhood dream of owning a truck was always, I mean, now it's like a Raptor, like it's just a souped up like Baja style Raptor. But back then I was a big fan of Back to the Future, and I loved the like Toyota Terrace truck that they had in that movie. It was so great, like just so built, cool, awesome looking, like the KC had the lights on it, everything. It was exactly what I wanted in a truck as a kid. I even had like a little remote controlled like version of it. Apparently that truck was like custom built in the movie, and it was wrecked. It was given away in a giveaway, but it's just so cool looking. I would love to have something like that. And now they're extremely expensive, and it's either that or they're over in the Middle East getting outfitted with technical like 50 cals shooting into all sorts of stuff. So it'd be very cool to have had a truck like that. I don't really know if I could recreate that with another truck. I mean, a Ford Ranger you could kind of make look like that, but just the Toyota and just how rough and rugged it was for just such a stupid little truck, it was so awesome. And I'm sure some people can agree because it's a classic. A lot of them are stick shift truck, and it's just very, very cool. Also, I can't remember if earlier in the video I mentioned this about Sony Vegas and how there's like some cool deal running. I'm trying to get away from like the normie, shitty little computer editing softwares for videos, and I want to move on to like bigger, more cool stuff. It's 39 degrees out, guys, in case Volkswagen wasn't gonna let you know. So Sony Vegas is what I downloaded. It's only $25 right now on Humble Bumble. I am getting 0% of the profits for letting you know that, but just trying to help out fellow YouTubers and stuff like that. If I already mentioned this, I'll cut it out. And since the Xterra is no longer here and stranded, I'm stuck driving my backup car, which is a 2001, I think, 2001 or 2002 Volkswagen Passat. First whip back in high school. I want to truly thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the support I've been getting over the past couple weeks. It's so awesome. If you haven't got a chance yet, check me out on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat I think is in the works right now, but all of them I believe are RFRacing 717, at RFRacing 717. Sadly, for another week, I'm headed out of town for business, headed up to Boston, Chicago the next week, so very Merry Christmas to me. But I hope you guys are having a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate, and take care.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by choirs